Fake tripping drop 'em. You can get right with this type of flow. No joke, give me some of that super dope. Inhale, exhale, no matter how you blow. Just know that we hit you with the super. Get right with this type of flow. No joke, give me some of that super dope. Inhale, exhale, no matter how you blow. Just know that we hit you with the super. Fake trippity drop, I'm bringing that hippie beat hop hop. Just in case you forgot, it never stops, and that's saying a lot without saying much. I'm not a liar, always fire every time I bust. Stop listening to such and such, cause such and such will leave you in the dust. Eating the pop and the crust, have me saying what the. Knew I couldn't trust you, but somehow we gotta try to work it out, brother. Don't play the world of a sucker, it's not the shit. A little message through the microphone and transmit. Some of the haters can't stand it. It's part of the game, a joke, so I vote like you saying. Under the rock is where these fools came. The name inducted to the Hall of Fame. Vocalistic, say it again if you missed it. Vocalistic, so get with it. And hold it in when you hit it. You can get right with this type of flow. No joke, give me some of that super dope. Inhale, exhale, no matter how you blow. Just know that we hit you with the super. Get right with this type of flow. No joke, give me some of that super dope. Inhale, exhale, no matter how you blow. Just know that we hit you with the super.
I'm sipping dope, yeah, one of a kind. Just listen to my rhymes, everything will be fine. I was born with the boost to make magic when I spit. Shine so bright, you would think I'm hieroglyphic. And your chick dig my style. So chill, best believe I get wild. Stay timid doing this.
Hello, 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 and welcome everybody to Beyonka's Playhouse. I am your host tonight, Beyonka. Well, I'm your host each and every night when you on Beyonka's Playhouse. I might let somebody guest host my night, but I am your host tonight. I am Beyonka, and I am live inside of Beyonka Studios with my special guest tonight. I'm sure a lot of you know who he is, and for those who don't know who he is, I'm going to allow him to introduce himself to all of you.
What's up, world? How's everybody doing? I go by the name of Mr. Vocalistic, aka Decoy, the one and only.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Say it again. Say it again.
AKA, wait, hold up. Mr. Vocalistic, aka Decoy, the one and only.
The one and only. You're definitely the one and only, because I've never even heard anybody even refer to themselves as the vocalistic.
Yes.
Right.
It's always vocalist or vocals.
Yeah.
You know, and I wanted to put like a little twang on it. I said, well, I'm a little bit of both, so I'm vocalistic.
It's good to put your own little thing on there, you know?
Yeah.
Make it yours. Make it your own.
Give me something to remember you by.
Right, right. So you guys, tonight you can see in the caption, well, first of all, we are finally back live via YouTube as well. So we have been having some technical difficulties lately, so we haven't been live via YouTube in a couple of weeks. So I'm happy to be back live via YouTube tonight. So to those who may be watching via YouTube, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into the show. Definitely.
Always.
Right.
That's a must.
That's a must. We're going to build this YouTube family up just like we have with the Facebook family. And for those watching via Facebook, you guys, you all can see in the comment, in the caption of the show tonight, we have a lot to talk about tonight. So we're going to get to know Mr. Vocalistic on a better level. We're going to get to know what he's doing and what he's got going on and where he came from and all that good stuff.
True that.
True that. And then we have an awesome topic for you guys tonight. Tonight we're talking about how we're going to stay true. And go ahead, tell them. You go ahead, tell them about this topic.
This topic here is basically we're going to explain in acts and describe how you can stay true to what you do.
Staying true to what you do is definitely a great topic. So you guys, you know, I love for you to be able to join the conversation with us. So you're welcome to comment in the comments. You know, just have this conversation with us and have some fun with us tonight. It's a good Saturday night. It's like the first real Saturday night in the fall season because it's cold as hell outside. Yes. So I hope you guys are bundled up inside and y'all get your blanket and get on your little sofa or on your couch, on your bed or whatever, and snuggle up and just enjoy the show with us tonight. So we also have a juicy question of the night. Yes, right? It's a Saturday Beyonka's Playhouse night. So you can also see in the caption tonight that the question of the night is displaying public affection and intimacy in public. So, is that something? And when I say intimate affection, you guys, I don't think we're talking about like somebody having sex in public. No. We ain't talking about like, because we see a lot of, I know I see a lot of videos on the timeline where people are actually like, in public getting it in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they getting it in public. I don't know if you guys saw that video of one couple in Miami, I think they were in, and they were up on a balcony like 20 stories up, and they were getting it in. And I'm like, dang, even 20 stories up, somebody still was able to zoom in on their camera and film them getting it in 20 stories up. So
the epitome of a people talk.
Right. Right. And just the other day I saw somebody posted a picture of their neighbors, like, and this was in the hood. This wasn't around, this wasn't 20 stories up, nothing like that. This was literally like in the hood where they had a couple out back, like the guy was in the back door, and the woman was like bent over, and her head was hanging like, almost out of it, but she was like this bent over, and the person took pictures of them getting it in like that. So we tonight, so we're not talking about that because I think that is a bit much. I mean, I feel like everybody to each his own, and you want to do some spontaneous, crazy stuff, and you just want to go ahead and be like, babe, come on, let's just go ahead and get it out right here. That's one thing. I don't even, you gotta keep it spicy.
That's a little premeditated. You plan that.
Yeah, you plan that. But we're talking about that good love-making type of affection. And still not sex, but just being in love with your mate and kissing and touching and holding hands and all that good stuff. I was just about to say that too. The simple things, like even just holding hands or just staring into each other's eyes. You just staring. It's the little things that's intimate, but it's still missing. Exactly. Maybe we should school them on just even the word intimate, so that they understand that intimate doesn't always have to be intimate.
Yeah, intimacy doesn't mean raunchy.
Yeah.
Intimacy is what I call polite. How would I say it? Polite snuggleness. You know what I'm saying? Like polite
snuggleness.
Yeah.
I like that.
Polite snuggleness. We're gonna go with that.
Okay, we're gonna go with that. The polite snuggleness.
Yeah, because it's like you're not getting too far into it, but you're still showing that, hey, I'm with you and I'm feeling you right now. This is what I'm gonna do. I'll kiss you on the cheek. A kiss on the cheek, anything.
A kiss on the forehead, a kiss on the cheek. All of that. I think, guys, I don't know how guys feel about it, but I know women as women, we still love that. Because we like attention.
Exactly.
And we like acknowledgement. And so, and ladies, you can tell me if I'm wrong. If y'all don't like that stuff, tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. I'm not scared. But I believe in 2017, women just start to accept what they are given, as opposed to actually telling you what it is that they really want. Exactly. And so here I am inside of Beyonka's Playhouse show, and I'm gonna tell y'all from a woman's point of view of what women want, and you ladies, you can comment in the comment, you can agree with me or disagree with me, either way. Let us know, how you feel about it, and you can tell us from a male's point of view, is that what, we still doing in 2017? Are there still men out there that are okay with being affectionate publicly?
I think they are, but it's very, very slim. The real ones, it's there. But I don't know. It's just like I'm gonna set the standard though. Me and a lot of other guys.
Do it.
I don't mind, because if you know me, I'll open the door, offer my seat.
Right.
Chivalry is not there with me, and I tried so much to stay on that, and show an example of how you can treat your lady and be a man at the same time. Because some people think that doing that intimate stuff you soft, or it ain't manly thing to do, but it's a man.
It's a manly thing to do. It's funny. So a couple of months ago, it was a post on Facebook, and I made a post on Facebook, and I talked about it with a couple girlfriends. I think I even went live one day to talk about this. Okay. So me and my friend, we were talking, and he asked me, he was like, what is it like? Where did this come from? That you're not a man if you don't hold the door for a woman, or you're not a man if you don't, when you're walking down the street and the guy, I was raised that the guy was supposed to be on the outside of the street to protect the woman. Yeah. So the guy, my friend was like, he was like, so I'm just supposed to want to get hit by a car just to save your life? You know what I mean? He was like, who made that rule? When did that become a rule of being a man to have to do those type of things? And I said, for me personally, I don't think that there's needs to be written down rule that that's what a man should be. Exactly. But because God created men to be a protector, and he created men to be stronger than us physically. It's automatic. It's like an automatic thing. Like, your strength is stronger than a woman. I mean, and I'm saying that, ladies, because I know ladies are being kind of like, oh, hold on a minute. Like, man, I'm stronger than some of these weak ass men out here today. But I think if we stop telling them that they're weak and stop making them feel like they're weak, then they'll start to go ahead and know their own strength, and they'll step up and be the men that they need to be. You know what I mean? Because
believe it or not, the woman really is the confidence builder of the man. If he gets that support from her, ain't nothing he won't do. He'll move mountains, I think. And a lot of women feel as though, why do I have to pump you up to get you? Sometimes men need that. And sometimes when they feel as though my woman got my back, man, I'm going to show her that I heard what you said, and I'm going to do it because you got my back, and I'm going to show you that I got yours too.
That saying, the woman being the backbone, it's not just a saying, it's the truth. And I always revert back to God creating Adam and then creating Eve. Mm-hmm. God knew that Adam needed Eve. Mm-hmm. So, that rib, he needed that rib to hold them together. So God was like, well, I'm going to take this one rib and create a woman for you, a helpmate for you, a partner in life. Like, and if women really understand, and not just women, but men as well, if we really understand the true meaning of being someone's partner in life, being someone's helpmate in life, then you won't even have to question like, well, why do I have to do that? Because if you're my partner in anything that you do, but not just a relationship, but in anything that you do, if we form a business together right now, and we decide we're gonna make cupcakes, we're going to do this business. You got to bring something to the table just like I'm bringing something to the table. We need each other, because I can make cupcakes on my own, but if you make cupcakes with me, they're going to be some bad cupcakes. Exactly. They're going to be some bad cupcakes. Exactly. So
I feel like he's doing more, she's doing more. Why I ain't got, it's an equal thing.
Exactly.
My thing is this, even if, say like how you were saying, we're in a business together.
Right.
You out, I might not be able to make it.
Right.
And you out, you promoting and you doing your thing, and you might just forget to say, hey, my partner too. Sometimes you do that.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that, you know what I'm saying, she's still representing you just because I'm not there doesn't mean I'm not there. You see what I'm saying? I'm there even though I'm not there.
Exactly, because you're there. You're there. And when you get home at night, ladies, fellas, when you get home at night, that point in having a partner and having someone to be there with you through life is having that other person to motivate you. Yes. So you get home and, for all of those entrepreneurs out there, those people, and not even just the entrepreneurs, because if you're a doctor, a nurse, and you have a 9 to 5, you could be working at 7-Eleven every day, all day, 8 hours in 7-Eleven. When you get home and you're tired and your back is hurting, your feet are hurting, you're hungry, you got a headache, and you get home, if that woman or that man meets you and greets you at that door and you get a kiss and a hug, that shit will replenish your whole spirit. You'll forget your back hurting because you're replenished. You know what I mean? So you need to be able to you gotta be at peace, because and this is why I always talk about the naggers, right? And I be talking about the women, but men nag too. Lord knows they do. But the naggers, you get left behind. If you're a nagger, let me tell you why you get left behind so much. You get left behind in relationships and you get cheated on and you get left because when you go through a day of trying to make everything work, you know what I mean? You go to work, you want to get the bills paid. You got all this stuff going on, and then you come home from work and then you got a nagger, and you're a nagger in the house.
And you're already stressed.
And you in there nagging. And you like, oh my God, where was you at? Why you ain't come home? Why you ain't answer your phone? You ain't answer my text message. Oh my God, I know you probably was with that other woman. I know you was probably with that other dude. All of that as soon as you walk in the house. And you're carrying 10,000 bricks as you walk in the house already. And then you walk in the house and then you get pushed back by all these bricks because it's like, well, where was you at? Well, what was you doing? Well, why you ain't answer my call? Well, why you ain't answer my text message? I text messaged you 5 times. You ain't answer my text message. What's going on? You must be with somebody else. When they do all of that, that opens that little the brain cell that says, I'm about to leave this bitch alone.
Why?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what did I even come home for? Tomorrow I'm gonna work over, or I'm gonna pretend like I'm working over just so I had time away from this situation.
It's funny you said that. I had a homeboy, right? And he would like, when we get off work, he would chop everybody off, but he would hesitate in leaving. You know what I'm saying? So one day he told me, he said, man, when after I drop y'all off, man, I'll go home and I'll park the car. Before I go in the house, I'll just sit in the car for like 10 minutes because I know she's gonna give it to me. And that's not, I would never want to be in nothing like that where I don't even want to go. Oh, that's crazy.
Right. You know, the funny thing, it's not funny. I always say the funny thing is, y'all, that's just something I say. But the sad thing, because it's truly sad, the sad thing is, for me, that's what pushes me out of a relationship immediately. Like, I could be in a relationship, I can, but I have been in relationships to where, things just weren't right. You know what I mean? Like, he cheated, he wasn't paying no bills. It was probably 10, 15 different things that wasn't right. But once I started feeling uncomfortable and didn't want to go home because, now I'm uncomfortable and I don't want to go home because of whatever. That's when I'm ready to go. You can work through a lot of things, but once you make a person, it was the silent treatment. That's what it was. Yeah. So instead of talking about the things that we were going through, I was given a silent treatment. Yeah. And I didn't really mind because I didn't want to talk to him either because I started to feel disgusted by him. You know what I'm saying? Over all the things that went on. And then silent treatment made me uncomfortable. Yeah. And what made me being uncomfortable, I was already working, long days, having to go check on a business in the city, then having another business in the evening. I would spend another hour in the car, just in the car sleeping or in the car on the phone or something before I went home. And that's when I realized, you know what? He gotta go. Yeah. Because I pay all these. Yeah. He gotta go. Like, I'm going in the car. Exactly. I'm gonna be in this car. So once you are uncomfortable in that aspect, then it's time to move on. But look, we ain't even talking about moving on, y'all, because we want y'all to get closer together tonight. So we're gonna go back to this topic about public affection and being comfortable enough to, be affectionate in public. And I'm curious to know, is that something that bothers you guys? Does it bother you to, see somebody being affectionate in public? Like, does it get on your nerves? I'm gonna start real quick and I'm gonna just say it only bothers me because I'd be like, I wish.
That's the only, I was just about to say that. That's the only reason why people would have a problem with that, because they can't relate. And they want to,
or they can relate and they miss it, or they yearn for that.
Yeah.
I know. As a little girl, my dad used to hold my hand everywhere we went. Even now, we used to walk somewhere, he'd hold my hand.
Yeah.
And now, when I see people holding hands, I didn't really have a holding hand type situation in a relationship, but I long for that.
Yeah.
I long to be able to walk down the street or go to the movies or go to the park and just hold a man's hand. I really want on my dad's hand, but I'm like, okay, my mom probably like, you're too old for this.
Yeah.
Look, I loaned him to you for your childhood. Yeah. But I really, he's still my daddy, and I'm still daddy's little girl. Yeah. But I long for that in a relationship, though. To be with someone where I can actually hold his hand, and that holding the hand thing is so special. That's so intimate.
Well, I'll tell you this: you keep doing what you're doing, and being the person that you are, it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
God, please let it come. I'm praying on it.
You seem like you're a person that's into romance and just being in love.
I am.
And being in love. And ain't nothing wrong with that, because I'm the same way. It's just that it's not that many of us out there now. It's like, seem like it's looked at, frowned upon. Yeah. But you keep doing what you're doing. And I'm gonna leave it on that note to where we're gonna toast to the night. This is for all the people that feel the same way we feel, that Shimmery is not dead, and intimacy in public, not raunchy, is good.
Right.
It's a good thing.
It's a great thing. I was gonna bring all of y'all, but y'all know the other night I was a little bit wrong, so I'm saying I'm a sip it, keep sipping. But shout out to Levette, because Levette is one of my girlfriends, and she's always making that statement like, oh my goodness, Shimmery is dead. Like, she's always saying it because, nowadays, unfortunately, you don't have the gentleman that's just all around, You're not gonna go. I remember one day I was walking out of Walmart, and one of my bags fell, and I'm just like trying to get everything together, and the guy just kind of looked and kept it moving. Like, ain't got nothing to do with me. And honestly, usually I'm just like, okay, it don't matter because I got this. I'm an independent woman, I got this. Yeah. But it made me sad, not just for me, but for whatever woman he was with, because clearly, you know what I mean? Like you can't be a gentleman just sometimes. Yeah. That has to be something that, was really within you. Yeah. You can pretend. A lot of dudes can pretend. Yeah. We talk about them pretend dudes all the time, but you can pretend to be like, oh yeah, I'm a good dude, and talk that good game and all that. I think that's just to get you. That's to get you. Like, okay, you on me now, the real me. Right. So I guess we can fall into staying true to what you do, because that comes in, pretty much it just flows right into that. Being true, staying true to what you do. Now we talk about staying true to what you do to absolutely everything. Yes. In everything that you do. In every aspect. In every aspect. Just like you say, with the topic that we have with being intimate and staying true is you can do that. You can stay true being intimate. Yeah. Don't like how you said, don't do it as a advertisement to get something. Right. And then after you got it, you back to, okay, well, yeah, I got her now. You still be intimate, still be true to what you do, because that's what's gonna keep her around. Then when she notice if you're doing that, she be like, "Damn, this dude is okay. Yeah. All right, we can make something happen here because he's still the same dude I've seen when he first approached." I always wonder, like, we watch movies and stuff, and we see how relationships dwindle sometimes, where the relationship can start off where y'all are gazing in each other's eyes, and you're so in love, and because it's new, right? It's new, and then you have the affection publicly because you're walking and kissing, and he got his arm around you, and it's just all good. And then after a couple of months or a year or 2 years or whatever, it starts to dwindle down because it's no longer new. So how do you keep that going? How do you keep that going? How do you keep it new? How do you keep those things happening? And I personally, I'm gonna just say, just for me, I'm gonna say, I believe that you just continue to do it. Yeah. If you feel, we get overwhelmed with life and with being adults, because only adults should be doing this anyway. But right, so we get overwhelmed with life and get overwhelmed with our day-to-days of having so many different things that we got going on. That sometimes that once we do get around our mates, we're so exhausted. But we need, so one or the other. Like, either I'm gonna need you to replenish me and just give me that kiss on the forehead and let me know that you still love me. And now that's gonna kind of give that other person, like, you can say to that other person, like, babe, we should go to the movies. We should go to dinner. Let's go for a walk. Spontaneous. Get spontaneous. Like, don't just wait for the other person. Don't wait and be like, oh, well, he ain't asked me to go to no movies, or he ain't asked me to do this. You women, ladies, you can do it. You can do it too. See, that's another thing. A lot of things that's described as male-only things, women can do it too. You can. And the thing is, it will shock the guy and it would impress him at the same time. Like, oh, okay. Like, a lot of times when women propose to men, or women approach men and say, hey, look, I want to give you my number because I think you're attractive. Right. You know how many dudes be like, whoa. Yes. 4, 4, 5, 2, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's impressive when a woman, and that shows the confidence of a woman. It does. To do that. And that's going to resonate with him too, and probably make him do what he's supposed to do. So ain't nothing wrong with that, ladies. Do what you got to do. If you like that dude, let him know. Let them know. And just don't allow yourself to be, ladies, we love for our men to be our leaders and our protectors, and we love for them to take these manly roles, and be the one to say, babe, let's go to dinner, or babe, let's do this, or babe, let's do that. But it's really okay for us to also be the one to say, like, babe, you want to go out? Or baby, let me take you to dinner, babe. If you're in a relationship, you can say things like that, and it's okay. Like, don't wait for him to do it and then get mad because he hasn't done it in a long time. He got a lot going on. We all, one of the things I see is that it's hard for people sometimes to kind of be understanding and sympathetic to someone else. And what they're going through, because they're so consumed with what they're going through that they fail to, be compassionate or understanding or sympathetic that you could possibly be going through things too. Exactly. And ladies, guys, they not like us. Like, we jabber models. We talk about everything. So we got a headache. Baby, I got a headache. Yeah. Baby, I got a headache. Yeah. Baby, my head hurt. babe, my hair hurt. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna keep on saying.
Exactly.
You know, we don't mind doing it, whereas though your head could be hurting for 2 days and you never said anything to me.
Because I think sometimes a lot of guys feel like if I tell her, it's a man thing, Gina. It's like it seems like they letting their guard down if they open up to their woman. So
okay, that's what it is.
Yeah, sometimes some guys feel like, wait, I'm all right. I'm gonna get through it. But like you say, if you just tell her and just be like, hey, I got a headache. Don't look at it as you're being weak because you're opening up to your woman. But that's what you're supposed to do. That's why she's here. Exactly. You got a headache. She can probably make it. What can I do to make it better?
Yes.
So
and you know, things like that could actually stop also that nagging. You know, because people nag, you know, in relationships because they're not getting something that they're looking for.
Yeah.
You know, whether it be attention, you know, conversation, intimacy, you know, whatever. They're nagging for a reason. There's a purpose behind the nagging. So, you know, even though I'm an advocate of not nagging, I do understand that there's a purpose behind the nagging. And I would just say, you know, if you have a nagger, you know what, take that time and sit down and say, you know what, babe, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on? What do you need me to do? You know, what's really going on? Why are you upset? Why are you mad? Why are you nagging? You know what I mean?
Don't be like nothing. It ain't nothing. It's something.
Yeah, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
Women think that we don't know something's wrong with you. We can tell your whole attitude changes.
Oh, yeah,
something is wrong.
Because I be like, nothing. I ain't got nothing wrong. Nothing.
Something is wrong.
Nothing.
And we're not asking to be nagging. We're asking because we're trying to find a way. I'm talking about the amendment.
Yeah.
We're trying to find a way to
the amendment.
Yeah, to where not the amendment.
The amendment.
But the amendment. We're trying to find a way how we can make it better. Because I don't like to see my woman hurt, you know, or in pain or stressed out. And I just don't. If I can help in any kind of way, I will. You know, if it's you telling me go, give me some time to myself. If that'll help you, I'll do that. Okay. But just let me know.
Yeah, because he has to be able to know in order to fix it.
Yeah.
Just like she has to be able to know in order to fix it.
Because she can tell something is wrong.
Yeah. She's gonna know something's wrong with you, just like you're gonna know something's wrong with him. Exactly. You know, with her, because when you're in a relationship, you're feeding off of each other. Yes. You know what I mean? So, you know, and that goes to say, even with the, you know, when you get mad and, you know, you're angry, you know, you get a hard day at work and you come home and you don't want to talk about it, but you're mad. And she's like, baby, what's the matter? And you just keep on saying nothing. Now she mad and she angry. Now she got an attitude. Yep. And you like, wait a goddamn minute.
Yeah. What you mad for?
Yeah, what you mad about? But she's mad because you're mad. Exactly. So, you know, let me tell you something though, y'all. That intimate affection will kill all of that. It'll kill all of that. It'll kill all of that. So tell us about you. Let everybody know, you know, exactly who you are. So where did you go? Let's start. I'm gonna go down the line, y'all. Don't worry, I'm about to go down the line. So let's start with where you're from. Where are you from?
Okay, originally I was born in Orlando, Florida. I moved to Long Beach, California when I was 3 years old.
Okay.
I got into hip hop at an early age. And music, really. My father was a jazz musician, and my mother, she was just a musicologist. She liked all types of music. She played like a lot of music, and that played a part in my music, you know, experience and knowledge. And I've been doing this thing since I was like 17, like going hard at it.
Wow. Okay.
And I moved to Maryland. And when did I come here? Well, I came in 2000 and I left. And then I came again because my brother was here at the time. Shout out to my brother, Work. He was here at the time. He told me, hey man, come to Maryland. You like it. You should check it out. It's only for a couple hours away from New York. So I came out here, stayed for a little while, left, and I came back again. And I've been here, since 07.
Okay.
Permanently doing my thing.
So you must like it here.
I like it. I had to, it took some getting used to. Okay.
I'm like, okay, he likes this because he stayed all this time.
Yeah.
Then he came back. Oh Lord have mercy.
But I've learned a lot, and I've made a lot of progress since I've been here. You know.
Okay.
And I've met a lot of people, and Baltimore is like, it's bubbling. It's really bubbling, and it was bubbling back then. But it's just like I notice now it's a little bit more unity. It's not where it should be. But it's a lot bit more.
What part of Baltimore you been? What part of Baltimore you been staying?
I mean,
Take me to that part of Baltimore. Like y'all, I'm messing with y'all.
I'm messing with y'all. And I want to thank every artist, every radio personality that showed me love. Yeah. Even though I'm not from here, and I know a lot of people get slack, like, hey, Baltimore don't support you. You ain't from here. They don't even support their own. But I can say that they have shown me love. I don't know about everybody else.
And you're not from here.
And I'm not from here. And so that's a false statement for them saying they don't support people.
No, they don't support them. Like, let me stop y'all, because y'all know I'm talking about y'all. Y'all know I will. But no, I get what you're saying. Because I mean, it's really putting yourself around the right people. Yeah. You know, and I've been watching you since I met you. You know, I've seen you doing a lot of good things, and you're really surrounded by really great people. Yes. You know, you have a great team. Shout out to Jay McGraw.
Oh, you know, the costume models. Shout out to my fam. Yes, Jay McGraw.
He's amazing.
My man John, Mastermind Photos. Everybody, Sanji, everybody I've come in contact with.
They're great people,
and I'm gonna hold it down for them just like they hold it down for me.
Right, and I mean, I met Jay probably a month after I started doing this. Mm-hmm. You know, inside of Beyonka Studios, and he came through and he showed love, and he's been showing love ever since. So he's just such a positive dude, and he's so laid back, right? Yes, he's so laid back. He's a great dude. So he's about his business. He's about his business, and you know what I really. Sunday, what really made me just like, wow. I was already, you know, impressed by him and just like, wow, he's a good dude. But what wowed me was the fact that he's doing the same thing I'm doing by creating entrepreneurs out of his children as well. Yeah. That's deep. Because, you know, we can just, I want my children to be whatever it is they want to be. You know, I have one that wants to be a celloist, one that, you know, wants to be a lawyer, one that wants to be a doctor, one that wants to be a nurse. Yes. Everybody has their own dreams, you know, but I'm still with installing the entrepreneurial spirit inside of them, because I also want them to know that they still control their destiny, you know, and I want them to still have something that is theirs. You know, you can be a doctor, a lawyer, and all that good stuff, but I want you to be able to own your own practice. I want you to be able to, you know, be a doctor and have your own, you know, practice, or, you know, be a lawyer and have your own law firm. I want them to have that type of spirit so that they are in control of whatever they do. You know, so to see him doing the same thing, and I met his daughter, gorgeous little girl, you know, so.
And his son?
Yeah,
he's already there. He got the confidence right now. Like,
right.
Oh, I'm here. Hey, look, this is what we do.
Right. And this was our Jay McGraw moment.
That's good.
Yes. So you tell me about, you know, what it is you're doing as far as an artist. Tell us what type of artist you are.
I'm an all-around artist. I like R&B, pop, all of that. But I try to conduct all of that to my style of music, and I've just been motivating and collaborating with some dope artists too. That's in the works too. I'm doing a collaboration thing I'm gonna put together and put that out there for everybody to hear and see. And I got a lot of great ideas on the horizon too. But my style, my music is basically all around. You know, I don't want to just focus on, because like your daughter was asking me earlier, who are you reaching for? I don't want to focus on one type of audience. Right. I want to make something for everybody. But I don't want to say, okay, boom, I'll make this for this person, I'm gonna make this for this one. I'm just gonna make the music, and wherever the music goes, that's where it goes, and that's where it's for.
Yes, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, so you guys, if you tuned in from the very beginning, the opening of the show, we were playing his music. So tell us a little bit about what we played for everybody in the beginning of the show. And if you missed it, you know, when the show is over, all you gotta do is rewind, baby.
For sure.
So tell us a little bit about the music that we played in the beginning of the show.
Sure. The first song that was played was called "Got What It Takes." That's a collaboration with an artist by the name of Q Smooth Tones. That's my boy. He did the hook. Produced by Sir Capital. He's out of Brooklyn, New York, and that joint is banging. I also have a video for that. You guys can go on YouTube and check the video out. You just you log on Gooid, D in quotations, COY, Mr. Vocalistic in parentheses, and it should come up. And the video is dope, man. I just shout out to High Energy Films too. He shot that video and he did an awesome job on that. Okay. And the second song was called Super Dope, was a collaboration with my man Blizzard. Produced by Reggie Buck. Oh man, we call it highway music Because that's what you do when you get on the highway. You pump
You
that.
just turn it on?
Oh my God.
Okay, I like to turn it on like Camaro when I hit the highway.
When I first got the track, right? And I sent it to Blitz, he was like, yo, it's dope without even putting the lyrics on it. I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling the same thing.
That's an awesome kind of music.
Oh man, so when we got together and put the vocals on it, and it worked out perfectly. It just worked perfect, man. It's a nice joint. I think y'all gonna like that joint right there.
Awesome, awesome. All right, so you guys, I want to make sure that you guys see that. So, here's music. We haven't upgraded all the way live yet, but soon you'll be able to hear and watch music on Beyonka's Playhouse.
Yeah.
But so I wanted to just make sure I gave you guys a taste of it. And so in the beginning of the show, you guys can actually hear. So when the show goes off, you can rewind it back.
Yes.
So you said you've been doing this thing since 17. And the topic of the show is staying true to what you do.
Right.
And being an artist, I can say it's being in the entertainment business. I'm not an artist, but I am in the entertainment business, and being a host, it's extremely hard to stay true to what you're doing when you have so many hurdles that you have to be able to get over. And I'm talking, y'all, these hurdles, you got to like climb up, and it's like stepping on spikes. And then you get to the top and get over, and as soon as you start smooth sailing, here come another hurdle.
Yep.
So it's not easy. It's just like, that entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah.
It's hard to stay true to it when you have so many hurdles that you have to go over, and they're not easy hurdles. So I'm just giving you my testimony right now, ladies and gentlemen. Sure. But, I'm sharing that with you and with everybody else because, one, I want to prepare other people for that. And then I'm also curious as to how, for me, the way I would say before I even ask them how, for me, the way I'm able to stay true to what it is that I'm doing right now is because I am in prayer 24/7 almost. Like before I get on here, when I get off here, my conversation and my relationship with God it strengthens every time I get through on a hurdle, going up, going over, getting down, walking the smooth path. It's all with God because that's the only answer for me. And that's the only way I'm able to stay true to it. And because what I'm doing is for me, and it is a part of me, and it's my desire, it's my dream. So I'm able to stay true to it that way, as opposed to just letting it go or becoming something that, someone may want me to be. Yeah. But I'm curious to know from Mr. Decor.
Yes.
From the Vocalistic, how is it that you have been able or blessed, I'm going to say, to be able to stay true to what it is that you're doing from the age of 17 till now?
I'm gonna say the love for what I do too, and I gotta be honest. It was a time where I kind of like threw in the towel, where I was like, you know what, I'm done with it, and nobody's really feeling me. I'm a little over their head, and I met this person, this lady, this woman, this beautiful lady by the name of Vanessa Chapman of Rep Your Grind Mag.
Oh my God, she is the one.
And she heard some of my music. She seen me perform, and she was like, "Hey, you got something." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever."
Right.
But she's the one that said, "Hey, listen, I think you got something. You should put your stuff back out there. You should motivate. You should do that because there is an audience for your sound, and your style of music." And then I said, "You know what? You're right." And I started taking those steps and doing what I got to do. Now I'm seeing like all the old school artists are coming back now, and lyrics is coming back now. So I'm like, dang, she's seen that. She's seen that before it even happened. So I'm like,
wow, she's a powerful woman.
Yes. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take the baton and I'm gonna keep moving now. So now when I get to that point where I would want to just give it in, I can't do it because I feel like I'll be letting her down. I'll be letting my pops down because my pops, he gave up. After so many times he was, he wanted something, he put his trust in other artists and other management, and he got taken advantage of and he gave up. So I figure I can keep that going on for him and her, hold it down.
That's a beautiful thing.
Right.
That's another way definitely to stay true to what you're doing, being able to
have something to
actually have someone to motivate you. Again, back to that whole relationship thing, it don't even have to be an intimate partner or somebody that you're in a relationship with, as far as the opposite sex. It could be a friend.
Right.
you know, or your mom, a co-worker, anybody, you know, shout out to everybody who supports me. It's about Mr. Decoy, but I just got to give acknowledgement when it's due. And to everybody that supports me, I'm grateful, you know, because just those phone calls that I get, you know, and we were talking before the show, we were talking about this ugly situation that happened. And not to bring it up, but I just want to say, like, when the situations happen, my phone went berserk. And it wasn't going berserk because people were like, oh, girl, did you know this? It was going berserk with nothing but inspiration. Nothing but love. And I mean, my inbox, I was amazed. People were sending me messages who had been watching me in that other situation, y'all. Oh my God, I felt like, oh, emotional. People were sending me messages, though, that I didn't even know personally to motivate me. And they were saying, like, I just saw such and such happen. I just want you to know, stay beautiful, stay strong, you know, stay with God. You know, I got so much motivation from people. So people like Vonetta Chapman, Miss Vonetta Chapman, she's just amazing. Like, she's an amazing, her testimony is beautiful. You know, just watching what she does is amazing. But she is so many, God has blessed me to be surrounded by a lot of Vonetta Chapman. You know, and it's a blessing that even though, and you know, when we going through those test trials and tribulations, that's when we like, okay, where's my Savior? But then once we get through, we like, wow, God, you actually sent me a whole little army to get me through, you know, and Miss Vonetta and your dad, you know, and everybody that you do this for, they're those angels to help you get through and allow you to stay true to what you're doing. And another way you can stay true to what you're doing, ladies and gentlemen, is by being positive, being real about what you're doing, being positive about what you're doing, speaking positivity into everything that you do, and not falling into the negativity that is surrounding you, or the negative, because it is definitely out there. You will find people that will enter your life that will be full of nothing but negativity, but they will appear to be the ones who want to be on your team the most. They'll appear to be the ones that want to ride with you the most. They'll appear to want to, you know, girl, let me help you because we can do this together and we can grow together. Let me help you build. When really what they really want to do is help knock down those bricks that you took time to put together.
In other words, help me put you down, bring you down.
Yes.
Help me bring you down.
Yes. And when you acknowledge that they are actually here to bring you down and you actually put them in their place and walk away from them, boy, not only do they act shocked and amazing, that's when the real horns come out. The horns start coming out the head, and they come with the hatchet, and they ready to knock you down because they just like, oh no, you can't go. The devil never wants to let go because he don't never want to lose. He want to always win, so he don't never want to let go. Right.
He gonna take this L.
He gonna take this L. Right.
Take this L.
Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is how I personally feel like you can stay true to what you're doing, just by actually doing something that you like. You know, do something that you actually enjoy doing. Do something that, you know,
brings you peace.
It brings you peace. It brings you comfort. You know, something that, you know, is not going to diminish your character, you know, or something that's going to, you know, make you look bad, make you feel bad. You know, those are the things that, you know, you tend to stay away from. And you could never stay true to that because it's not true.
Exactly.
You know, unless you really are a bad person. I don't believe
that. You're right, though, because there's some bad people out there. Unfortunately, there are some bad people out there.
It is unfortunate. It is, yes.
We ain't gonna focus on that.
We not.
What we said, speak positivity.
Speak positivity, because, you know, and that's why y'all, reverse that real quick, but the bad people out there, you know, I believe everybody has a purpose. You know, so even the people that's out there that's doing bad and that, you know, are consumed with bad things, you know, they're saying hurt people. You know, so they hurt. And so the badness that they're doing, or, you know, they're being bad, it's just a simple, you know, because they just don't know. Like, they just don't know anything other than to be that way, you know, to other people. So that's just pretty much how it is. So even in a relationship, you may be looking for that intimacy or something like that. Like we were talking about public, being intimate in public. You know, somebody be like, I ain't about to kiss you in public. My mama ain't never kissed me. You know, you will be wondering why somebody has a problem with doing simple things like that, it's because they never had that.
Yep. Just look at their history. Backtrack to their history.
Backtrack.
Why they don't like that?
Do your interview.
Yeah.
Like, did your mama love you? Did your daddy give you a hug? You know, ask those questions because that will allow you, that will prepare you for what you will be dealing with in that relationship.
Yes.
You know, it really will. So where are you going from here? Where are you right now in your career? Are you in a good place? Are you where you like to be?
Yeah.
And where is it that you're looking to go in your career?
The path of doing what I am set out to do is a good. I'm not exactly where I want to be at right now, but I'm making steps, and it's a good place where I'm in right now. So now I'm just focusing on trying to get this this music out there and get a compilation thing going. Now I wanted to do like a little solo thing, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have something that I'm working on called "Who's Mr. Vocalistic," and that's gonna describe all the aspects of what I do. So I'm gonna have some features on there. I'm gonna have some guest producers doing some stuff for me, and I'm just gonna shoot for the stars. Now, my first thing I want to do is I might be getting with Blaze so we can do this video for Super Dope, and it's gonna be crazy.
The name is Super Dope.
Super Dope, yeah.
It's a super dope name.
Yeah, for sure.
That's hot.
It's a good vibe in the song, and I think it will be. I think people need to hear that, and we just gonna make it happen now. I want all of y'all to go and check out my music page on Reverb Nation. You go reverbnation.com/decoy8. That's small d, little c, o y, the number 8. And check out some of my catalog that I have on.
Oh, wow, you got a catalog.
Yes, I got some.
Tell us about that.
I got some nice stuff up there. A lot of my stuff really is basically, I call it like grown folks hip hop.
Okay.
And I got some hard stuff too, but my character and my vibe is mostly on that grown hip hop type, like with the Super Dope song. It's like it's melodic, but it's lyrical and it's good. It's good for the spirit, and that's what I'm shooting for, the spirit, to get y'all in a good mood.
Okay, so I asked my last guest this, and I think this is going to be one of the questions that I continue to ask because I'm curious to know. There's always, when we grew up in our time, there's always an artist in our hip hop days. I'm gonna say, back then there was always like a great artist that had very good lyrics, that we were able to catch on to. Nowadays, Lord knows I be having to rewind. Like, can somebody move that back so I can hear that again? Type music. Yeah. Not knocking it. It's still catchy. The beat's hot, but the lyrics are what got us back in the day. With Run DMC or Naughty by Nature, or I want to say Wu-Tang Clan because y'all know I like them, but really like Ghostface Killer, those are artists that they had songs that came out. Tupac, we can't forget him. Tupac, my goodness, Tupac, they had songs that came out that the lyrics were just like touching our heart, and our soul, But what artist did you hear that inspired you to say, no, that's what I want to do?
Ooh, I must name 3 of them.
Okay.
Chuck D.
Okay.
Big Daddy Kane.
Get out! Listen to him.
Ice Cube.
Oh, how did I miss Ice Cube? Ice Cube was definitely.
And it's crazy because being off on the West Coast, a lot of people are like, well, you ain't named Chuck D. I like them, but you asked me, who did I hear? I say, I gotta hear it.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
And those were
those three.
Now, my first love of hip hop, when I first fell in love with it, was Houdini's Funky Beat. I learned it.
Now, I don't even know who that is.
That's a throw throwback.
That's
a throwback with a throw throwback.
A throw throwback.
Because when you talk Houdini, people always say Friends, One Love, but they released a song by the name of Grandmaster D's Funky Beat. Song from the beginning to end, and that's what made me. I said, yeah.
That's when you fell in love with hip hop.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna have to play that. We're gonna have to find that. Cause y'all
it's one of them B-side songs.
God, because I've been saying I was old, but now I'm feeling like, oh Lord, maybe God, maybe. No, you didn't. No, because you know what? you might have had parents that actually played that type of stuff. My parents weren't playing that in the house. I had to sneak to my Uncle C's house, and I heard my stuff. Oh my gosh, shout out to my Uncle C, rest in peace. But I used to hear him go in there and listen to him. He had the tracks and everything. He's the first person who he had the big stereo system in his bedroom, and he had, when the CDs first came out, I was so amazed. He was like, "Come here, let me show you this. Let me show you this." And I'm like, "What's that?" You know. And he had the CDs with the rap, you know. So he had Rakim and all of them back then, you know. So I had to sneak over his house and hear stuff like that. So you might have grew up in a household where you got to hear everybody. So you know. So it ain't your age. It ain't your age. It's just, you know, definitely diverse. Definitely. So who is an artist today that you would aspire to work with? You know, somebody that you would love to work with in the future, do a song with, and we're talking, it could be a male or female artist that you just, you know, that's that artist right there. I would love to work with them one day.
Are we talking local or are we just artists?
You know what? Let's juice it out. We can say a local artist as well as an artist that's not local. Okay.
Local artist I would like to work with is a girl by the name of Shali Heron, and Icon the God is an MC that I would like to work with. And as far as like the industry wise, I would like to work with Yo-Yo. Yeah, I know she's not doing that no more, but I would like to work with Yo-Yo.
I was just talking about her. I love it.
Yeah, I would like to work with Yo-Yo. And on the male side, I would have to say, but my boy, Absol.
I don't know what it is.
Absol, he was a member of the group called the Black Hippies, where Kendrick Lamar came from.
Okay.
He's on Top Dog Records too, so he's like a Kendrick Lamar offspring. Him, Schoolboy Q, and I can't remember his man's name, but Absol, I love him. His style is ill. I would love to work with him.
Okay. So where is a place that Mr. Decoy would like to go, like somewhere exotic that you would like to go and actually perform your music? Jamaica. Okay.
Jamaica or any of the Caribbeans?
Any of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't want that Caribbean. I would like to experience that.
That sounds high, because Jamaica is a beautiful place.
Yeah.
So
I've got the perfect songs for that too.
You got the perfect songs. You're already prepared.
I'm already prepared.
You got to prepare and speak it into existence.
Yes.
You got to prepare and speak it into existence. So that's how you're supposed to do.
Yes.
So what can we look forward to seeing you doing in the future? You know, artists, once artists get out there, they tend to dwindle into different things like acting, you know, owning different businesses, doing different things. What can we look forward to seeing you do in the future?
It's crazy. I got this ill idea that I want to invest in. I want to invest in a restaurant, right? It's not going to be your typical restaurant. And I'm putting it out there. They're like, don't put it out there. Somebody can steal your idea. But I'm putting it out there. I want to create this restaurant where you come in and you have like these little, you know how TGI Fridays had that little thing on there, or Applebee's where couples. Well, I want to have something similar to that. It's going to be like a content or of artists. And every day we're going to have that artist day. Like Mondays will be Al Green Day. And restaurant, they're going to be playing all Al Green songs. Okay. And then we're going to have certain meals dedicated to that song. Like this is the Al Green grits or something. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to have like a little trivia about the artist, if you know about the artist, when this song came out, or how long did it stay on the charts, where he get his first start from. And if you can answer that correctly, you get a free meal or something. It's going to be something to that effect.
Wow, okay.
I think that would be cool.
That's definitely cool because it's different and it's something that nobody else is doing.
And you being a part of what's going on there too. And I'm going to have an MC in the restaurant. He's not going to be talking all the time, but he's going to come out and display what today's artist is. Okay. And we'll have like I want to say like a monitor. And while you're eating, but like the story of his life, old pictures of him when he was younger.
Now that's some creative stuff right there. So don't nobody steal his ideas. That's some serious creative thought that you just put into that idea. So we
if
just
there's anybody that want to invest in that, I mean, we can make it happen, man. Because I think that would be real big.
It definitely sounds high. So I mean, we just gonna speak it into existence, and you just gonna be doing it. That's what we gonna see you doing in the future.
Yes.
You're gonna be doing your music thing, and you're gonna have your restaurant, and still be doing this music thing in the restaurant. That's definitely high. So we have had the opportunity, everybody, to get to know Mr. the Vocalistic.
Yes.
You gotta say the whole thing, Vocalistic.
Mr. Vocalistic.
Mr.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. Okay. On a better note, you guys, I made a promo video for him. I don't know if you guys had the opportunity to see it, but it's on my page. If you follow me on IG, it's on the IG page. And thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you. But it gives you the opportunity to see that this man is not only a vocalistic, he's not only someone that does his music thing, but he's also a model. Like he's modeling. Yes, I was loving it. Yeah. You definitely took some awesome pictures.
Thank you.
So you guys, you can check out that promo video.
Yeah, and all of y'all out there, go to Caution Models on IG too. Check out.
Yes, so that's where I took all of the pictures from.
Yeah, like I always say, my slogan is "My team is mean." So
right,
check them out.
That's an awesome slogan.
Yeah.
I'm always talking about this Kevin Hart movie. I don't know if you saw the Kevin Hart, the last one that he made. What Do I Do Now or something like that. What now?
I've been to the movies. It's crazy.
I didn't get to see it in the movies, but thank God for on demand.
Yeah.
So I saw it on demand. And there's a part in this movie where he talks about, his team and how he wouldn't be who he was if he didn't have the team that he has behind him.
That's true.
And so, your team definitely is the power behind the force that you already are.
Yeah.
So if you have a powerful team and you're already a powerful person, you can't be anything other than great. So being able to have God bless you with a great team is a beautiful thing. Really don't take it for granted. Definitely continue to embrace them and support them. Because I know all of you at Caution Models, and I know Jay McGaw and everybody, I definitely am on your team of supporting you guys as well. Definitely, where you want me to be, that's where I'll be. And tomorrow I'm doing a model call in Towson.
Okay.
And I would love for you to come, and anybody who, I know it's Sunday, so, it's the Lord's Day. Everybody likes to rest on that day, or they got football going on or something. But if you're free tomorrow between let me give you all the right time, between 4 and 6. So it's only a 2-hour event. It's just a meet and greet. I don't want to hold people's time. Yeah. I'm doing a couple of fashion shows and things that I have coming up in 2018, and I just want to go ahead and build my team now of models and people that would be interested in doing it. I did fashion shows for a very long time, and my shows aren't just regular fashion shows. We do some exotic things in our shows and just bring fantasy to life. I like to bring all that little crazy stuff and sexy stuff and
all of that in your head.
Yep. I was like, let me keep it nice words.
Yeah,
all that stuff in your head. All those thoughts that you may have or what you may want to see in the bedroom. I bring that to life inside of Beyonka's Playhouse fashion shows. So I have some shows coming up, and tomorrow I'll be doing my little recruitment in Towson. The address and everything will be posted in the comments. So if you are a model, if you know a model, if you know a dancer, if you know a singer, if you know an actor, because there's some scenes that have to be acted out in my shows, please come out tomorrow. Tomorrow from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. in Towson. The address is 22 West Pennsylvania Avenue. I just don't know the suite number for sure. So just make sure you scroll down in the comments. I'll make sure I put it down there for you guys. That's what you have to look out for me. My anniversary is coming up. I know. I'm so excited. Let me tell you. So to be a 1-year anniversary, I've just been so excited that I'm just like, wait, hold on. Let me just check with my producer real quick before I keep going.
Yeah.
Is it good? Is on? It's trying to look correct. It is. Move it closer. And make sure the Wi-Fi's on. But you try to do it big. You want to do it really big, and because it's the 1 year, and especially when you've gone through stuff.
Yes.
So when you've gone through,
All growing pains.
All those growing pains, and you actually make it an entire year, 365 days in business. You know, it's like, right. And it's like, okay, I'm about to die.
Is this still on the thing where you like you can look this out?
No. All right, y'all, hold on. I'm gonna take a little pause for the cause. Let me just check it out. Let me see what it's doing.
Why is this so psychotic today? It just did it?
Oh, yeah. It just said it wasn't. Yeah, just
It's good thing I copy and pasted those words. No, just put good night.
Oh, look, so we still on YouTube now. So listen, all of you YouTube people that are watching me on YouTube, we be having some technical difficulties back over here on this end, but so you're probably like, what just happened? What is going on? And why is that camera all over the place? Oh, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm trying to look at myself in the camera. But we had some technical difficulties on the other end, so my baby, hold on. Oh, how about it's not even? Okay, there we go. Can you see? No. Ooh, that looks good. Oh wait, you got one. Okay. Hey everybody. Okay, so unfortunately we had some technical difficulties computer-wise, and so the last live ended on Facebook, so it kind of threw us off a little bit. But we had an awesome show, and we just want to just go ahead and say goodnight to all of you, and thank you for tuning in. And I'll make sure that we put all of the information for Mr. The vocalist inside of the comments. So if you would like to reach him, you can. So you guys, thank you so much for tuning into tonight's show. You will see more of him because, as you know, you are now family inside of Beyonka's Playhouse. So I would love for you to come back and chop it up with me. So you guys, make sure you guys support. And I'll put his music in the comments and everything so that you guys are able to keep up with what he has going on. Support him. He's a very awesome person. Very awesome young man doing some very positive things out here. And yeah, I just can't wait for him to come back and join us once again. So you guys, thank you for tuning into Beyonka's Playhouse tonight.
Yes.
Yes, y'all know we're gonna do a photo walk, so you'll see all the pictures in a few minutes.
Yeah.
But yes, I just want to say, go back to the other show. Not this live, but any other live. You can go back to the other show and you can actually roll back and watch the other show. Share it with your friends. Send some hearts, all that good stuff, and just let us know that you're there. And we'll see you guys again soon. Thank you so much for tuning in to Beyonka's Playhouse.
Yes,
I
yes.
am your host, Bianca. My special guest, Mr. The Vocalist.
And this is what it's all about in
Right.
Beyonka's Playhouse.
And Beyonka's Playhouse.
For sure.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.
Mwah. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna do it.
How did it end?
Oh, it kept saying reconnected. I don't really know.
I'm not.
If we don't, oh, y'all see my camera site. All right, wait. Okay, it's just gonna seem so crazy if I don't end this like this. So you guys watching via YouTube, you know, you're behind the scenes is a little bit crazy, but we're gonna get this thing right. I am blessed to have, you know, amazing kids that help with the show. So
Yes.
we are definitely gonna get this thing right. But I just appreciate you for even watching this YouTube video tonight and all. And just bear with us. Please subscribe to Beyonka, to Akira Queen, and just continue to watch Beyonka's Playhouse. Thank you guys. We'll see you guys soon. Good night.